Hey, it's Mark Williams with Swine Life BBQ. Today it's all about the turkey. Thanksgiving's coming up and I want to give y'all a different recipe to try on turkey. One thing we're going to do different is we're skinning this bird. We're going to spatchcock it, get all the skin off of it, and then we're going to hit it with some Cajun flavors. I'm skinning it because I really want to get a good bark on the outside of this, just like you would any other cut of meat. It's going to be great on the Outlaw Patio with that hickory smoke. Can't wait to see how it turns out. Let's get started. So today we're starting off with an all-natural butterball turkey. We're going to cut the backbone out first. Take a good knife, go down each side. If you got some good kitchen shears, that'll work too. Go all the way down, cut down both sides. Gonna do the same thing on this side. Remove the backbone just like that. Toss it to the side. We're gonna flip the bird over. Kind of spread them breastplate bones and then just make sure to break it loose. You want this bird to lay out good and flat. Once you get it spatchcocked, we're just gonna start grabbing the skin and getting it off. Move it the best way you can. However you see fit, should pull off pretty easy. Take your knife, may have to cut some of that right there around the leg and thigh. The wings, I'm not gonna worry about, just because I'm scared I'm gonna damage them more than do them good by removing the skin. Same thing on this side, just pull that breast skin off. Take your time. Slowly work it down that leg. We leave a little bit right there on the end, it's not gonna hurt a thing. That's what I call a naked bird. I went ahead and put it on this sheet pan, that way it's easy to move around. And with the skin off, you only have a little bit of meat holding these quarters on. That's all right, because that's gonna be easier to break down in the end. Right now, we'll just tuck these wings in, just like you normally would, just like that. And then we'll get our injection mixed up, get this bird pumped up. So we got 2 sticks of Kerrygold butter melted. Got some Killer Hogs hot sauce. We're gonna give it about a 1/4 cup, or as much as you like. You want it a little bit spicier, go a little heavier. Just want that good spicy flavor to mix with this butter. Get it mixed up good. Got our butter and hot sauce. Gonna start pumping him up. Go to the breast first, take your time. This bird's still a little cold, so what's gonna happen as soon as that butter gets in that cold turkey, it's gonna thicken up. Hopefully keep as much of that butter and hot sauce mixture in the bird. Try to get about the same amount in both breasts. Come in and do the thighs and leg quarters. A little bit runs out, that's all right. We'll just use it as a binder for the rub. That last little bit, we'll stick this back in the breast. You can move your injector around a little bit more just to help spread it out. So we got the turkey injected. Some of the injections run out. We're gonna take our hand, rub that in. That'll be a good binder. See how that butter already kind of thickened up? We know that stayed in the bird as much as we can. First layer rub, Malcolm Reed's King Crawl. Want some good Cajun flavors? Go to light to medium coat. That'll be a pretty good color. Really, really good flavor. And we're coming back with our very own Mississippi grind. We can go a little bit heavier with this. It's gonna be a mild, good citrusy flavor. It's gonna add a great color. And not having the skin on here, this is gonna pack a ton of flavor in this turkey. It's what I'm looking for. So we're gonna let these rubs work on this bird for a few minutes while we get this Outlaw Patio fired up. We're gonna fire it up with some Royal Oak charcoal, get it running about 275, 300. Then it's time to get this bird on. So the Outlaws come up to 275. We're gonna get this turkey placed directly on the rack. I'm gonna put the quarters toward the fire, slide our pan out, get everything situated just how you want it to cook, and get the lid shut. So we have our turkey on the Outlaw, and I know a lot of people's wondering, hey, how's that bird not gonna dry out with no skin on it? Here in about 1.5 hours, once that bark gets a good color, we're putting it in a pan full of butter, a little bit more hot sauce, and we're gonna finish it in that butter. Once it hits about 155, it's coming out. We're gonna glaze it with some vinegar sauce and some more hot sauce just to give it that great color and a little bit of kick. It'll be one great bird. We'll check on this turkey in about 1 hour. So the turkey was on the Outlaw for about 1.5 hours. We got good color just how we want it. It's time to get it in a pan, get some butter on it, and let it finish cooking. So we're just gonna pick this turkey up. It's gonna be a tight fit in this pan, but we're gonna make it work. So we gotta do a little finagling, get her wedged in the pan best we can. I got some more butter, of course. 2 sticks of Kerrygold. Gonna drizzle it over it. Let what runs off, run off, no big deal. We'll make this easier. We're just gonna pour it on. Get our ThermalWorks dot. We're gonna go down here in the deepest part of this breast, touch it up with just a little bit more Mississippi grind, just lightly. Time to get the foil on it. Make sure it's sealed up good and tight, and then it's time to get it back on the Outlaw. So we got the turkey back on the Outlaw. I went ahead and got my ThermalWorks dot plugged in, The turkey breast was sitting at about 125, which is exactly where I want it. We're gonna let this turkey continue to cook in the pan. When it hits about 155, we're gonna get it out of that pan, glaze it with some sauce, make it good and pretty. Once it hits 160, we're getting it off, letting it rest, and we're diving in. So we pulled this turkey breast off the pit once it hit 155, and as you can tell, it's already up to 159, so it's time to get it glazed. Let's uncover it, see what it looks like. Beautiful color, smells excellent. For my glaze today, got a little bit of Killer Hogs hot sauce and a little bit of vinegar sauce mixed 50-50. Just gonna get it glazed up, get that bone, let everything get some good color. Drizzle it over the breast, make sure to get these wings. I like how you can't even tell the skin's been removed. It's got just as good as color as the wings do that still have the skin. But as of now, she's ready to go back on the pit. So we let the turkey glaze for about 10 minutes. It hit 165 in the breast and we got it off the pit. Got it placed on the cutting board, letting it cool down for a few minutes. Just as a quick recap, we started with a 15-pound whole turkey. Spatchcocked it, got all the skin off of it, injected with that good butter, hot sauce, and then seasoned it with some king crawl and Mississippi grind. Once our Outlaw Patio come up to 275, got the turkey on and got some great color with that hickory smoke. After about an hour and a half, got it placed in the pan with some Kerrygold butter, covered it, let it finish cooking about 155, glazed it. It turned out awesome, got great color. That bark, you can't even tell we removed the skin, but it looks like real barbecue bark, and that's what I wanted. Now it's time to see how this bird turned out with no skin on it. We're gonna get some breast cut off, try some of that dark meat. I can't wait. So one reason I love spatchcocking a turkey is because it's easy to break down once it's done. All you have to do is come in and cut this little bit of meat right here, slide that quarter right off, do the same thing right here. Heck, tender as it is, you can probably just pull it straight off. Just like that. Come in here, cut this breast off. Let's see, we got juice. Oh yeah, check that out. I mean, it is packed full. That is a beautiful bird. Go ahead and cut this across the grain. Of course, not having that skin on, you ain't got to worry about the skin falling off. I mean, check it out. I mean, I don't think that's a dry bird whatsoever. That looks like a good one right there. Still piping hot. Probably finna burn my mouth, but we got to go in and see what it's all about. That's a good bird. This bird here actually has a barbecue bark. It ain't that rubbery skin, it's perfection. Delicious, I mean, dripping juice. You get some great spice from the hot sauce, great bark on the outside. That's definitely a different turkey than I've ever had, and you better believe I'm doing it again this Thanksgiving. That's a wrap for us today at Swine Life. Y'all gotta give this recipe a try. Don't be scared to pull that skin back, get that bark on that turkey, and enjoy your Thanksgiving. If y'all got any questions, shoot us a message on Facebook or Instagram. And as always, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see y'all next time.